माइक नीचे कर दो, ये इनको बता दें, दिस इज द लिंक फॉर यू, they can scan and
Okay. So what you see on the screen is the QR code for YouTube link. You can all take a picture and share it widely. And people who are not able to find place in the auditorium and are anywhere on the campus can also be part of the orientation program through the link.
जो भी बता मेरे, ठीक है, ये अपने पास ही रख लो, मैं वहाँ जूट पड़ गया।
हेलो, आवाज़ आ रही है?
Are you able to join in through the link? Yeah? Yeah, it's working? Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. A warm welcome is extended to all students, parents, faculty, and staff. Just to begin the orientation today, I'll just like to say a couple of things about architecture and planning. Architecture and planning is more than just constructing buildings or planning cities, rather an opportunity to contribute to society's well-being and progress as we architects and planners create spaces that shape the environment and influence how people interact with cities and communities. We blend creativity with technical expertise, designing functional, safe, and aesthetically pleasing structures that address human needs and environmental sustainability. To be able to do that, be creative, it is imperative to understand yourself. As Jiddu Krishnamurti emphasized, to understand yourself is the beginning of wisdom, and it is the start of this transformative journey through the world of architecture and planning that this orientation marks. The institution is delighted to welcome the country's best to one of the oldest architecture and planning school in the country and to its vibrant and innovative community, the SPA Delhi. So congratulations to all of you. To the parents, we would like to say a big thanks for having the faith and entrusting their most important asset to us. We hope to do justice to it like we have done for the last 8 decades. This orientation program aims to familiarize the new students with the institution core values, introduce the faculty and available resources, and provide an overview of the academic program and opportunities. So let's begin to embark on a new academic journey. We shall, like all new beginnings, we start with calling upon the guiding light. The flame that we shall light very soon symbolizes the illumination of knowledge, the dispelling of ignorance and negativity, and the beginning of a new enlightened path. I now request the director, our director, Professor Dr. Virendra V.K. Paul, and our deans to kindly light the lamp.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Thank you, sir. Following the lighting of the lamp, let's all seek blessings and inspiration through our invocation song. Sangat Chwadvam Samvadadvam Samvo Mananasi Janatam. May we march forward with a common goal. May we be open-minded and work together in harmony. Make our prayers be the one. I request all of you to kindly stand up for the invocation song.
Sangachadvam samvadadvam samvo manasi janatam. Sangachadvam samvadadvam samvo manasi समनी समानो मन्त्र समीति समनी समानं मनसा चित्तमेषा समानं मनसा चित्तमेषा गा 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 म गरि गा म क प सा रे गा रे नि सा गा 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 म गरि गा म प प सा रे गा रे नि सा समानीव आकृति समान हृदयानिव समानीव आकृति समान हृदयानिव समानीव आकृति समान हृदयानिव समानीव आकृति समान हृदयानिव समानवस्तुवो मनो यथा वसुषहासिधि समानवस्तुवो मनो यथा वसुषहासिधि सङ्गजत्वं संवदत्वं संवो मनासि जानताम् सङ्गजत्वं संवदत्वं संवो मनासि जानताम् 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 जानताम्
Thank you. You may please be seated now. Some of you, parents and students who can't find seat at the back, there are some right in the front. You can please occupy them. I would now like to invite Dean Academic, Professor Dr. Meenakshi Dhote, to give us a brief introduction about the school and the department.
Namaskar, good afternoon. I welcome all the new undergraduate students to the School of Planning and Architecture, New Delhi. And we hope you have a very successful innings in this place. I start by introducing the key officers of the school. Our director, Professor Dr. Virendra Kumar Paul. I would request you, sir, to please come on the dais. Registrar, Professor Dr. Sanjay Gupta. He is touring, so today Professor Mayank Mathur is officiating registrar. Professor Dr. P.S.N. Rao, Dean Faculty Welfare. Professor Dr. Seva Ram, Dean Research. He is also touring, so Professor Mayank Mathur is officiating. And Professor Mayank Mathur is also the Dean Student Affairs, and Professor Dr. Biswas, Dean Planning and Development. who's also currently on tour, and Professor Mathur is holding charge. School of Planning and Architecture. Has a long history. It started as the Department of Architecture in the Delhi Polytechnic. And 1955, the School of Town and Country Planning was established. And the institute that we have today, the foundation was laid in 1956, and it was named as School of Planning and Architecture as we know it today. The institution became deemed to be university in 1979, and in 2014, we were declared as Institute of National Importance, and we come under the SPA Act. We have two more sister institutions, which is SPA Bhopal and SPA Vijayawada. We have the undergraduate programs is Department of Architecture and Department of Physical Planning. I'd invite HOD Department of Architecture, Professor Jyoti Pandey Sharma, and HOD Department of Physical Planning, Professor Dr. Poonam Prakash, to please come on the stage, please. We have 10 postgraduate departments: Department of Architectural Conservation, Department of Building Engineering and Management, 5 planning departments: Department of Environmental Planning, Department of Housing, Department of Regional Planning and Urban Planning. The design departments, we have Department of Landscape Architecture. I would request HOD Landscape Architecture to come on the dais. Then we have Department of Urban Design, and we have Department of Industrial Design and Department of Building Engineering and Management. Next, please. Before we continue with the other facilities in the school, I would request the HOD Department of Physical Planning to give an overview of the department.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, welcome to all of you here on today for the orientation and for your ears here. By the time, yeah, we have the presentation here. I think to begin with, let me just say that it's a new phase you guys are starting, and this new phase comes with both excitement and perhaps a bit of nervousness because it's a new place. Many of you must be leaving your home for the first time, and there will be a lot of freedom, but it also comes with a lot of responsibility. So sometimes balancing these things here, being an adult becomes difficult, but I'm sure SPA will give you an experience that you'll not forget. So let me just give you a brief outline of our department. So we started, it was the first program that we started the 74th Amendment, where we thought every municipality will have a planner. And currently we are at a phase where urban and cities are a discussion which is at a national level, at a state level, and at a local level. We also started in 2009 for the first time integrated B-Plan and M-Plan program. And currently our total student strength is about 160. Next, please. I'll just introduce the faculty that we have and the staff. I am currently heading the department. We have with us Professor Dr. Ashok Kumar. He is our senior most professor. Professor Dr. Mayank Mathur. He is holding many charges today, registrar, deans, and four officiating charges today. Professor Biswas has, so currently most of our students and faculty are on academic tour. They are on their, we have every semester, we have these field visits. So that is why a lot of faculty is not here. So Professor Biswas is currently not here. Ms. Papia Roth, Mr. Piyush, he is also our first year. He will be your studio coordinator. He will be the person you will be interacting the most. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Anjali. We have Dr. Sairam Dasari again. He is on tour, and we have 5 contract faculty who's just joining in this week. We also have the administrative staff who Mr. Shanti Swaroop, Mr. Ganesh, and we have MTS Raju. They are, I think Ganesh is the one you would have met who would have given you the bags. Next, please. Let me just kind of give you a brief overview of our program. You see, in SPA, it is not just about the academics. It's about how we make you a person who will contribute to the society. So we have, if you would look at, so we have the self, we have the profession, and we have the society. So it's an intersection of all three that we are focusing on. And we hope that we will be able to make you an individual who would bring transformation in the society. Planning as a profession is something that creates change in the society, particularly in the built environment. And we are hoping that we will shape you in a way that you would contribute to making better quality of our cities, better quality of our settlements. So these are some of the larger objectives of our academic program. Next, please. I'm sorry, this is not very visible, but let me just give you, maybe we could go next. Let's go next slide, please. This is just a glimpse. I have detailed out the year-wise program, and this is just a glimpse of 4 years of foundation program and integrated program. Next, please. So 5-year integrated program, after 3rd year, you will have an option to join the integrated program. You will have a choice of specialization in postgraduate programs that we have in the school. It basically focuses on policy analysis, functional plans, institutions, and finance. Next, please. Okay, this is our first year bachelor planning, which you will perhaps at this point be interested in. So there is a grading, graduation from basic skills, concepts, and knowledge to a more complex understanding of the cities and the regions. First year primarily focuses on building your vocabulary and concepts. It also focuses on understanding what planning means and how different disciplines impact planning. Your skills will be primarily observation skills, mapping skills, and analytical skills. You will be introduced to various disciplines, as many of you come from science background. First year will also introduce you to disciplines like just very, very basic understanding of politics, sociology, economics. Next, please. Second year, we begin to focus on looking at the interconnections. We begin to look at environment, housing, sectoral interrelationships between different aspects like transportation, housing, economy, workplace, and how they connect with each other. So this is a scale. In first year, we look at a neighborhood scale, and we continue with this scale in the second year, but now we have a more applied exercises in your second year. Next, please. Third year begins to now, we begin to focus on a little more complex scale, which is your area scale and city scale. Here we also introduce you the legal, financial, and management aspects of cities. It also brings in, we begin to bring in your technological skills, GIS, and focusing particularly on your synthesis, skill of synthesizing different aspects. Next, please. And finally, we come to the fourth year, which is your scale, where we begin to work at the scale of region. And last semester is usually, if you don't take integrated, it will be your thesis. Here we introduce you what professional practice would look like, what are the professional ethics. We also look at, in much greater detail, the legal aspects of planning. Each of the studios, so one of the core methodology that planning has is your studio-based learning, where every semester you will be introduced to a problem which will continue for the semester. You will be spending time in the field for at least 10 to that problem once you come to the field. Next, please. So this is the integrated planning program. Here now we build on to, so people who would, the genesis of integrated planning program was that the postgrad program currently has students from various disciplines. So it was felt that we could, the students could take benefit of spending 4 years in B planning. So the integrated planning program was introduced, where students save a year and they get a PG program, PG degree. Here we will be focusing on functional plans, policies, policy evaluation, institutions, and looking at both the higher scale as well as a more detailed scale through DPRs. Next, please. So the department has, this is just additional activities that department does. It has a number of projects, both in terms of research as well as consultancy. That list is also available on the website, but currently there is a project on water sensitive planning, which has just kind of gotten over. We are also doing a project on capacity building for small ULBs. The school also was part of, the department was also part of a study on the Mahakumbh that was there this year. We also have alumni in various fields. I think one of the questions that many of you would have, okay, what is it that we do after 4 years? So we have alumni who reach development sector organizations, international organizations. They are part of the private sector, as well as obviously the core field of government organizations and development authorities and town and country planning organizations. As I think you would get to know by and by, we have a national planning, which holds its annual convention every year. The student council and our NOS plan. No, I'm just done. So, you will get to know from the seniors. They will hold the orientation regarding the NOS plan. Next, please. All right. So with this, I end an overview of my department, and we welcome you here, and we hope you will manage this balancing act, managing your personal, professional, social activities, managing freedom and responsibility in a way that is enriching for all of you. Thank you so much.
I would now invite HOD Architecture, Professor Dr. Jyoti Pandey Sharma, to come on the dais.
Good afternoon and namaskar. Welcome to the SPA family. I head the architecture department, which happens to be the oldest and the largest department of the school. In terms of operation, we operate from this campus as opposed to the larger campus, which is the planning campus. So all those of you who are in BArch will have your classes here, the faculty sits here. So to a large extent, a major part of your day will be spent in this part of the campus. So I'll just start with the presentation. As I just mentioned, we are the oldest and the largest department. Next slide, please. We also have the largest pool of faculty. The organizational structure is as under. There's the head of the department. There are 4 professors. There are 5 associate professors, 15 assistant professors. Visiting faculty is upward of 99, which usually is about 100, 125 every semester. And we also have contractual and allied faculty, which is 23. Next slide, please. I will now introduce all the faculty members one by their name. Those of you who are here, and particularly those faculty members, including the studio directors of the 3 sections of first year. As most of you know, we've already handed out, apart from the tote bag, we've handed out the timetable of first year to the students, and we've also allocated the sections A, B, and C to all the students of BArch, so you will be able to identify who your studio directors will be in as classes begin from from tomorrow. So we have the HOD, which is myself. Then we have Professor Dr. Chitra Rekha Kabre, followed by Professor Bandana Jha, Professor Binod Kumar Singh, who's the structures professor. Oh, he's here. Okay. Then we have Dr. Leon A. Morenas, who is not here. Okay. Dr. Shweta Manchanda, who's currently on deputation to another institution. Dr. Shubhajit Sarkar, Dr. Prabjot Singh Sugga, Dr. Jatinder Kaur, who is currently on childcare leave, Dr. Parul Kiri Roy, Architect Mekla Parihar, who's probably in class, which is why she's not here, Architect Arpita Dayal, Anjali Mittal, whom you've all met, Ms. Vandana Kothari, who is also on childcare leave at the moment, Dr. Aarti Gopal, who is also on leave, Krishna Prakash, who's the studio director of Section C. So all those of you who are in Section C, you know who your studio director is. Mohammad Athar Mansoori, who's currently traveling with the second year students. K. Meher Kumar, who's actually on leave pursuing a PhD. Dr. Kushal Matai, Dr. K. Bankim Singh, Mr. Amit Kumar, Mr. Thomas Krishna Pegu, who's the studio director of Section B. Dr. Ankit Kumar Singh, Ms. Neha Prakash Korde, she's currently traveling, but is the studio director of Section A. I'll just briefly run you through the design curriculum, although the curriculum has already been, a copy of it is already there in your tote bag, so please take time out to go through it, every word I would say, carefully. So essentially, the design curriculum is geared around what the fulcrum is, which is architectural design, and we have 3 components: research, technology, and humanities. The way it is organized is that we have stage 1 and stage 2. In the stage 1, we have foundation course, which is first and second semester, which is what you will be doing for 1 year, followed by what we call an exploratory aspect of the curriculum, which is semester 3 and 4. Followed by stage 2, which is exploration continued in third year, which is for 5th and 6th semester. And then we have the subsequent years, which is the internship year. We have choice-based studios, and followed by the thesis. And there are electives in that particular year. Next, please. So this is the thematic distribution of the architectural design studios. It's basically an elaboration of what I just said. Stage 1, which is split from 1, 2 to 3 years, and it lists the semesters and also lists the themes. And then we have stage 2, which has 4th year and 5th year, and it runs from 7th semester till the conclusion of the course, which is the 10th semester. And where we, just as I mentioned, in the 7th semester, we have choice-based studios where students have the opportunity to, I mean, we'd like to believe, in fact, it is actually the case that by the time a student gets into 4th year, you have more or less some kind of an idea as to what kind of specialization in terms of design you are seeking. So currently we are offering 4 choice-based studios, which is a hospital, hotel, housing, and large span. And also it kind of, these are not fixed actually, but depending on the student's interest and the availability of faculty, the choice-based studios can change. And then we have, the 5th year has a choice-based studio again, which is based on choice in the sense that we decide what kind of project we want to do, which is an urban design project, which could have housing as a major component, or it could have campus design, it could have an industrial campus design, and so on and so forth, followed by the architectural thesis. Next, please. As I just mentioned, the architectural design, which includes graphics, happens to be the central discipline. And all the other courses, which is, all the other streams, which is technology, humanities, and the research streams, where we've listed each one under each category, what kind of courses feed into this. For instance, in the technology stream, we have building construction, we have structural design and systems, we have building services, environmental sciences, and for instance, in the humanities streams, we have subjects like history of architecture, theory of design, professional communication. And in the research stream, we have research methodology, dissertation, seminar, and electives. All of these together come together and they feed into the main course, which is the architectural design studio. Next, please. Here, which is a little difficult to read, especially if you're sitting at the back, is the vertical integration across the years from semester 1 to semester 10. How these are horizontally and vertically integrated in terms of you have design, technology streams, humanities, and research. And if you actually correlate this, you'll be able to understand. You're not expected to memorize any of this. You just have to read it, and this document will stay with you at least. I mean, we would like to believe that you would kind of treat it with the kind of respect that it deserves, and you will keep referring to it. Next, please. In terms of the operational setup, we have the head of the department, who's the leader of the family, so to speak, followed by class coordinators. There are elective coordinators, there are internship or training coordinators, there are coordinators for seminar, there's a coordinator for dissertation, and there are thesis coordinators. Now, given our strength, because every year we are taking in about anywhere between 130 to 150 students, so these coordinators are also in multiples. And as far as the first year is concerned, because you will not be dealing with any of the other coordinators other than the class coordinator in first year, I just introduced your respective studio directors to you for section A, section B, and section C. We've already allocated the sections to you, so you know exactly whom to look for tomorrow onwards. Next, please. So this is the breakup of the course structure, which is already in the handout, which is there in your bag. So it lists the semester 1 courses, the semester 2 courses, and along the axis you can see which are design courses, which are technology, humanities, and research courses. So likewise it continues. Next, please, for second year, and then next, please, for third year. Next, please, for fourth year. In the fourth year, we have in the 8th semester the internship, which is a practical training of 16 weeks where you're expected to work in an architectural office. So there are prescribed norms. We will hand out an internship manual once you get there, so that you get 6 months intensive hands-on training in an architectural firm, and you come back, having experienced what the outside world is like, and you come back to the school. Next, please. This is the final year where we have semester 9, where you have choice-based, choice-based studios are happening in semester 7. The 9th semester has more components of research, and the 10th semester is devoted to the thesis. Next, please. As far as the facilities for teaching and learning are concerned, we essentially operate out of studios that also double up as classrooms. So the studios are fully equipped to take care of all the requirements, whether it is for a tutorial or a lecture or the studio itself. Next, please. This is just a glimpse of how a design studio works. So there could be projects where you're expected to work against a deadline. It could be a time problem. There could be projects where you are expected to work in groups. The groups could be as small as 2, and as you progress, the groups could get bigger. So you could have a stage maybe towards the end of your stay here where the groups could be 4 or 5 people are working together on a project. So not only are you learning to ideate and conceptualize and present your and communicate your design, we're also training you how to work as part of a team. Okay, so that is something which is kind of plugged into the program by default. Next, please. The school also has 2 libraries. There's one library in the architecture block. If you go around on the second floor, as you go up the stairs, on the right-hand side is the library for the architecture. And there's a larger library in the planning block. As students of architecture, you have complete freedom to choose wherever you wish to go. You could use this library. You can also use the planning library. And the library also has subscription to electronic databases such as JSTOR, Urban Planning Studies, South Asia Archives, etc., etc. Also, next please. What this slide is basically listing is the kind of services that are offered by the library. So you will, once your ID is made, which also doubles as a library ticket, you will be able to avail all these facilities. Next, please. As far as the support facilities are concerned, we have a canteen where students go for breaks between classes. We have outdoor spaces. There is a NASA room. The NASA is actually the National Association for Students of Architecture. SPA Delhi is the headquarter of the NASA. So because the whole idea of the NASA was conceptualized and it started from SPA. There is also a music room for those of you who are interested in music, whether playing an instrument or you're keen on singing. There's a girls' common room on the first floor. There is an auditorium, which is where you are seated, which is called the Jhabwala Sabhagar. There's an open-air theater right outside. And there is also a stationery and a print shop, something that you will need very, very badly while you're here. Next, please. So this is the Jhabwala Sabhagar. This Sabhagar is used not only for events like the ones that we are having right now, but also other kinds of events where we want a larger collection of students, whether it is expert lectures or we are doing a hands-on workshop. And we are also using this as a classroom. So when we are doing combined classes for theory or for studio, where we want the number of students is exceeding what is usually available in a classroom, which could be 45, 46, and the like, where we exceed 100 students, we use the auditorium for holding classes. Next, please. This is the open-air theater outside, which is again used not just by the students and the faculty, but it also is used by the students' body, who will introduce themselves later, to conduct their GBMs, and there are other events like drama and fashion shows during the college fest, musical nights, if they are screening a film outdoor, that the OAT is the space which is used. Not so much used these days because of the rain, but in use nevertheless. Next, please. Then we have the canteen, which is on the same floor. Those of you who walked in and have looked around, at least on the ground floor, must have seen the canteen. So this is a space which is accessible both by students and by faculty. And this is not just a place where students eat, but it is also a place where students discuss their work, and they could then also discuss their work with the faculty who happens to be in the canteen. So it's generally, it also has almost, like one would say, a semi-academic environment. Then the next slide is about the hostel facility. So somebody will talk about the hostels, but I'm just telling you nevertheless. We have, for first year students, we have the ITO boys hostel and the ITO girls hostel, which is where you will be housed. And as you progress beyond the first year, then there is the Maharani Bagh boys hostel and girls hostel. And the deputy wardens and the wardens, they will be introduced to you subsequently, I think. So I think so I should end because there are other people who have to speak. So once again, a very warm welcome to all of you, and I wish you a very, very fruitful, eventful, safe, happy, healthy, and most importantly, a stress-free learning while you're here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So what you just saw was a very brief snippet of what your next 5 years and 4 years are going to look like. This is a very broad structure within which you work. You shall be, but it all depends on about, how you take it and how you make your life out of this broad structure that you saw. Now, I would like to invite our chairman, Professor Habib Khan, who will be joining us online to address the gathering here. I'll also request everybody to please put your phones on silent.
It's my privilege to introduce our Honorable Chairperson, Board of Governors, Professor Architect Habib Khan ji. Professor Habib Khan ji is a former President of Council of Architecture, and he has, as a President of Council of Architecture, he has played a crucial role in developing professional and academic areas of architecture. As you all know, architecture profession is under the Council of Architects Act 1972. So you all, after becoming architects, will be registered under Council of Architecture in the country. If you have to practice, you will have to get the registration as an architect. So Professor Habib Khan ji has been the President of Council of Architecture. From that national level responsibility, he has now been entrusted the responsibility to guide us and and head the topmost decision-making body of the school, which is called Board of Governors. Professor Habib Khan is an accomplished architect and an interior designer. He has his established firm. In addition to that, he also is the director of two colleges of architecture at Nagpur. Over to you, Professor Habib Khan, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Namaskar, everyone. Professor Paul, Director of SPA Delhi, all the deans, faculty members, is quality. And I'm sure SPA Delhi, over a period of 7 decades, have defined a roadmap for that, maintain and enhance quality of education. architectural education is something which is absolutely different. And being trained to become an architect and then to be a practicing architect is a totally different ball game altogether of what you have been learning and the system that you have been in school up till now. And you have to get adjusted to a new pattern of living and learning. And this living and learning, I am sure SPU Delhi will be able to teach you what is the new pattern of living and learning. Architectural learning to me is mostly self-driven, and we teachers are only guides and facilitators. So it is up to you. The ball is in your court to come forward and exploit the talent of the teachers and the faculty that is available to you. So you have to exploit that talent, and you have to be inquisitive. You have to question, and you have to extract the knowledge and wisdom that is available with our wonderful faculty here at SPU Delhi. But let me tell you one thing, that there will be no more spoon feeding in your life. That spoon feeding has ended when you graduated as 12th standard students. You will come across a totally new tradition and culture of learning, which you have to get used to. This art is now together, and in 1982 art is not here. So it's a very complicated education system that we teachers face. It's a very difficult task. And to teach you rationality, to teach you practicality, to teach you technology, and also to make you creative and artistic and have the art of learning. So it's a very difficult learning, and it's one of the toughest courses in the world. You need to understand this quite well. And I'm sure our teachers and the faculty, the leadership of both directors will guide you to learn all this and much more. And to do this, you need to decondition your mind. Deconditioning your mind with this spoon feeding and your goal of learning, that 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 plus 2 can be something else as well. So this deconditioning of the mind and the system, the education that you want to needs to change. And I'm sure the faster you get out of this, the better for you, and better for you to become a better qualified and trained architect. And this is applicable to all those parents who are also and once your child learns architecture, you have lots less of good, in a positive sense. Late night, extreme levels of stress, physical endurance, and a certain craziness that starts creeping in when you become a student of architecture. And architecture becomes a part of life of every student. Live and breathe architecture, and the parents need to learn about this. It's a part of learning to be an architect, and let me assure you that they are in safe hands, and you will have to make a very wise choice with that. Nothing else, you will at least make you parents are architects, because if you know what your child is doing in architecture, you will be enamored with the kind of learning that your child is going through. And you also come to every Saturday or every alternate Saturdays PTMs and parent teachers meeting with to school and talk to your teachers as to why this part was not given and why my daughter or son has got
much, sir, for sharing your valuable insights into the profession of architecture and being a part of broader orientation day. We know there is a limited opportunity to interact, and I'm very sure when you are in Delhi next time, and we'll make sure that the budding architects and the planners will be benefited by interaction with you and get a national perspective for the students and the parents to just to know that Professor Habib Khan is an accomplished painter and also a poet. So I will leave that next time when he is here with us, and then he would like to, we will request him to share some of his valuable insights through his poetry as well. Thank you very much for being with us, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Continuing on, I would now invite the Faculty Welfare, Professor Dr. P.S.N. Rao, to address the students.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and dear students. A very warm welcome to all of you. I think it's after a lot of struggle that you've been able to qualify and enter the portals of the School of Planning and Architecture, SPA for short, as it is very well known. The architecture department here is not only the biggest department in this institution, but probably the biggest department of architecture in the entire country, because no other college has as many students of architecture as this institution has. And as far as the physical planning department is concerned, the B planning course is the very first course in this country that was started at our institute. So you are indeed proud parents and proud students who've been able to get this opportunity to be here at SPA. SPA, as you are well aware, is a very old institution, is a hallowed institution. It is the dream of most people to get into this institution, but only some can make it. So you are the lucky few who've been able to make it to this place. So my hearty congratulations to all of you once again. We have, of course, a very bright set of faculty here, but what is unique and what is important about SPA is that our location, we are located in the city of Delhi, the national capital. So in addition to the exposure that you will get at SPA, you will also get a lot of exposure, because I believe that a very large number of people here are not from Delhi. So you will get the exposure to a variety of events that will keep happening in Delhi, and over your 4 or 5 years of stay in the city, you will get many opportunities to expose yourself and to participate and to listen to various events that will happen in the city. That is also going to add on to what you are going to learn. The other learning experience is also that whenever there are international visitors to this country, they invariably visit SPA. The best architects and planners of the world, whenever they come to India, they invariably come to Delhi, and then they are invited to SPA, and so you will get an opportunity to interact with them as well. So there are many such opportunities for you, and it is for you to make the best of what is being provided here. There are as many as 12 departments here, and there are different specializations. So you are in your undergraduate course, and it's never too early for you to keep thinking about your post-graduation as well. So this institution is going to offer you many things other than the classroom learning alone. So therefore make the best use of the opportunities that are available, and I'm sure that with your hard work and effort, and with our, we will only support you as you go along. I'm sure that you will be able to make your life and shape your future and contribute to this nation. So welcome to all of you, and thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So I think from the last two speakers, we can gather that this is a beginning of your adult life. You are now responsible for your own self. And as our chairman said, that it is not school anymore, right? You are responsible for your own self and where you want to take this journey that you're going to begin today onwards. Continuing further, I would now like to invite Director, School of Planning and Architecture, New Delhi, Professor Dr. V.K. Paul, to address the gathering formally.
So, dear students, parents, welcome to SP Delhi. On behalf of my faculty colleagues, deans, the members of SPA family, the staff, I have the privilege of welcoming you to this day, and it will be remembered for the rest of your life as the day that will make a difference to you. You will become architects, planners, professionals, and today is the day when the dream of your parents, your family, friends, your own dream has fructified. This day, I think, is a day for a commitment to dedicate your own self to the new role in the society that you will have. Now, one dream is over, and more dreams will start from here. What are those dreams? Those dreams you will discover as you traverse your path in this institution for the next 4 or 5 years. And that dream is the bonus, depending upon how well you utilize this opportunity here. Remember, the next door that will open depends on how well you have made use of the door that opened today. And this journey will continue. And parents, your friends, the societies, brothers, sisters, everybody will build on a dream bigger than before. So it's not a small day that to remember. It's a door for the opportunities. Remember, these the opportunities will come. They'll keep coming, as your elders would have told you, that whatever happens in this world, whatever wish you have, wish will be fulfilled. But that wish would require you to be prepared to take the full potential of that opportunity. And that's where we are here, for you only, to realize that dream. Welcome to SPA. Along with me is my faculty colleagues and the members of the SPA family. And you actually are also a member of the SPA family now. Let me introduce them once again. Uh, Amit, can you just stand and say hello? Bankim from Department of Architecture. Pego, Department of Architecture. Prafulla, Professor Prafulla, he's a professor of planning from the other building. Who do we have next? Vinod Kumar Singh ji, he's a professor of structural engineering. You see, where you are sitting, ये छत गिरे नहीं गिरे, it is on his competencies, okay? And then we have Kushal Matai, very energetic, and you will have to match his energies. Another Mahamahim, हमारे माननीय बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. सारा पैसा धन संपत्ति सारा ये अनुज जी के पास है. स्कूल के हमारे he is Kuber. He looks after the accounts. He looks after the accounts. तो कभी आपका फीस कभी इधर हो गया उधर हो गया, पेनल्टी ये लगाएंगे, मैं नहीं लगाता हूँ. Professor Ashok Kumar is a professor of physical planning. He will be one of the anchor faculties in the Department of Planning. Virender Kumar ji, he is a joint registrar. और जब भी कभी आपको कोई एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से रिलेटेड कोई जानकारी चाहिए, समझ आए ना आए या ज़्यादा समझ आ जाए या कम समझ आ जाए, तो ये दूसरी बिल्डिंग में बैठते हैं, ये आपको बताएं. और जब अनुज जी कोई फीस का पेनल्टी लगाएंगे तो ये तोड़ ये बताएंगे. Shubhajit Sarkar, very helpful and always has a very good connect with the students, has been a warden for a very, very long time, and very useful resource for your any assistance that you may need. Professor Bandana Jha here, Professor of Architecture, and she will be one of the senior faculty in the Architecture Department. Professor Kabre, Chitreka Kabre, again in the Department of Architecture. She will be a senior professor. Sustainability नाम का बहुत बड़ा word आपने सुना होगा. So Professor Bandana Jha and Professor Chitreka Kabre are the ones who would be dealing with those areas. Then we have Parul. Parul, Department of Architecture, Art वगैरह का कोई आपको, आप इनको चस्का डालिएगा आर्ट का. आर्ट इज अ हैबिट और अ हॉबी. तो मेरे दिमाग में आया, तो आप इनको चस्का डालिए ताकि हर एक चीज़ में आर्ट की तरफ से देखें. ये बच्चे बहुत सारा फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री मैथमेटिक्स पढ़े होंगे, अब जरा इनको आर्ट में थोड़ा घुमाइए. अर्पिता दयाल, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ Papia, Department of Physical Planning. Piyush, Department of Physical Planning. Preeti Dio, Department of Physical Planning. I'm sorry, the two visiting faculty. Visiting faculty. So there will be large number of visiting faculty members here. The 5 years, and in front we have your council members here, student council. Stand up and just introduce. We'll have the introduction later on. So they will be actually the guiding you through during 5 years, and later on you will also become council members, and your peer learning, peer learning-based growth, personality, being part of the institution and developing your own bearings, whatever you have, they are the ones who will actually help you. Krishna is sitting there, he's a faculty in architecture, he's looking after this sound system, so that's why he's sitting there. Of course, on the stage you have already been introduced. There are other faculty members, we have the classes going on, so they will actually be introduced to you over a period of time. Okay. Now, my colleagues have already mentioned to you about the legacy institution that School of Planning and Architecture is. Started in 1941, and we have grown and grown and grown, and that is how School of Planning and Architecture. Anjali, there she is. Anjali is faculty in Department of Architecture, and the reason why I'm actually introducing to all of them is that if you have a problem tomorrow, catch them, don't come to me. Okay. So I did it for my own selfish interest. Okay, so SPA is a legacy institution, almost 84 years old, and the reason to remember this legacy is that whatever teaching methodology we follow here, there are other architecture colleges, other institutions, but the process of teaching, which you call as pedagogy, is evolved of being here, and that is what we have inherited, and we devise our teaching methodology based on the experience, based on the technology, based on the new things that are required to be taught. So this continuity of the teaching learning process over a period of time, over 84 odd years, is what makes School and Planning and Architecture faculty quite different. So when this country became independent, a large number of faculty from School of Planning and Architecture, they were involved in building Delhi and many other places. So we contributed to the growth, development of the architecture profession, and in fact the planning profession. The first time the planning education was actually started in the School of Planning and Architecture, I think in 1954, by and it started as School of Town and Country Planning. Then Architecture Department came in. So the background is that architecture education and planning, it has evolved from here. Others also contributed, but we have our own way of teaching and creating, proud professionals who later on serve the nation. That's the significance of legacy, and congratulations for being 25-30 years later. You will be coming here with your own sons and daughters. So, 30 saal laga lijiye, and you will be sitting here or in another aspiration to be in SPA Delhi. So we look forward to that kind of a commitment. Over next 5 years, you will be exploring School of Planning and Architecture. Well, some of you would have actually already looked at what SPA is, and what I've seen, Facebook here, there, everywhere. But the best way to know SPA is to be in SPA, and there is a lot of experience, and that's where this council people, they will actually initiate you into that kind of life here, and that life is very, very different. You will actually experience a lot of learning, a lot of adventure, a lot of creation of your own bearings, what you are, and exploring all that. बीच में काउंसिल के साथ हमारी थोड़ी बहुत लड़ाई नोक चोक होती रहती है, but that's part of it. If you don't have a noke choke with your faculty, what else will you do as a student? So that will happen. That's part of growing up, and then it makes you actually more and more independent and have a conviction. So that part of learning, exploring the school, you will have to deal with them. You'll have to be with them, and they will actually take you through that journey and help you grow. And they have been grown through their own senior alumni, and that's another aspect of the legacy. This part of peer-to-peer learning and growth as your own personality is again very, very peculiar of School of Planning and Architecture. ये हमेशा आपको जहाँ भी दुनिया में जाओगे, SPA alumni के साथ जो आपका connect होगा, that connect will be very, very different connect it will have. Others will also have, but we will have something slightly different. Uh, uh, as far as the faculty is concerned, I can assure you that you have one of the best faculty that, not because I am the director, but I can assure you that you will find that your faculty is one of the best. The reason is as follows. For undergraduate teaching, you need exposure to the field, exposure to the world outside. And in that respect, SPA faculty is far ahead for as compared to any other faculty. As far as the new insights are concerned, we run the largest PhD program in the country. So therefore, in terms of research, understanding, and getting to know about whatever the best exists, our faculty is the most appraised, most up-to-date in terms of what is it, where we should be going, etc. on those counts. And legacy of pedagogy, I have already told you. Now, here is the question. The faculty अच्छी है, आप भी अच्छे हो. So if the good on two sides, now you will also have to come forward and get the best out of it. Okay, you will have to come out of that kind of curriculum-based, competition-based learning. What Chairman Sir was just now mentioning about the spoon feeding. Here you will have to come out of that mode of learning and to be independent, confident, a person with a conviction, that kind of a professional. You will have to come and find opportunities amongst each one of us here to explore your own strengths and develop your own self where you have weaknesses. Remember, in architecture and planning, my take is that there's no student who is a good student, there's no student who is a bad student. As you would have seen in the syllabus, there are a large number of areas where each one of us can actually perform and excel. Now, somebody may be good in mathematics, he'll do something good somewhere else. Somebody has a chaska of art and fine arts and those kind of things, do something exceedingly well somewhere else. Somebody has, a good, Riti Comfort, somebody who has a strong capability of engineering skill, come in the front. Engineering skill, you can be in construction management, but to find your own self where you need to develop, you will have to come out and find that area of opportunity. Obviously, somebody is good in mathematics, somebody is good in structures, he's a good student as far as Professor Vinod Kumar Singh ji is concerned, but it doesn't mean that as an overall student, he has a problem. So one is acquire minimum level of competence across all subjects. That's your passing marks. Above that is your own excellence. So you will have to find, you will run for the marks, but beyond marks, you will aspire to develop your own self in architecture and planning, what you want to be. You can be a teacher, you can be a researcher, you can be a professional, you can be an entrepreneur yourself. You can be an entrepreneur yourself. Create jobs. Why hunt for the jobs? And be an independent professional who will practice. The opportunities will be, so each one will have to be explored by your own self. And for each one of these opportunities, there cannot be a spoon feeding. Spoon feeding can only happen if there's only one single opportunity that exists. 10th का एग्जाम पास किया, एक चम्मच, फिजिक्स का एक चम्मच, when there are so many different opportunities, as you can see in the faculty, each one of these faculty members here, they have their own area of some specialization, something different, and they can actually relate it to you. You have to find where you want to go. And that's where the next dream will be written here. That's where the next dream will be written here. You have to find that opportunity. And to be able to do that, you need a personality, you need to develop yourself, develop your confidence, and this entire ecosystem that exists here, that will actually help you. Few things that you should always remember. The faculty will sometimes say, "Arey baba, bahut shaitani karta hai, little bit be careful," and somebody will say, "Oh, remember, we are the parents when your parents are not here. Away from your parents, within 3 campuses of the school, we are the parents, and we will discharge our responsibility as parents the way we think is right. ठीक है ना? So your mommy papa may be very good, very nice, but sometimes we may be more difficult than your mommy papa because we have a different role, we have a different expectation. So we will use our that position as a mentor, teacher, guide, friend, because we also need to make sure that when you are away, suddenly after that, a different kind of a teaching system, you should not get into some thinking where possibly my pointing it out can be very, very helpful. So that will happen. And sometimes boys and girls will say, why they are, they think like babies, or parents will say, oh, no, my kid is grown up. Doesn't matter. We are only well-wishers. And in fact, that is only what he can be. No matter what we do here, we can only be the well-wisher. And what you can be? A good student. So if we maintain this relationship, this 5 years is a fantastic journey. 2 things you will have to keep it in mind. Be regular, come to the class. I tell you, in my being almost 40 years in this institution, no faculty has actually, किसी को दांत नहीं मारा है, has not cut somebody, आया ना क्लास में, ऐसा काटा नहीं है किसी को, ठीक है ना? So without any inhibition, come to the class regularly, and they will tell you, has any STA faculty has gone and bitten somebody? No, we don't do that. So come, it's a nice, enjoyable place. पीछे पढ़ाई भी कर लो, ठीक है ना? So maintain yourself regularly to the attendance and those kind of things, na? This is something very simple to do. And when you come here, थोड़ा बहुत class में घूम लिया, go around the class, and somebody will tell you, this is how it is to be done. Your assignment and submissions will also be done. ठीक है? So if we just do these 2 things, this is a fantastic place, isn't it? I'm sure the seniors will tell you, it's very simple. घर से आना है, ठीक है? Present लगाना है, go to the class. We will make sure that you will listen, because we will use ourselves as parents. सुन, पढ़, देख, 2 बार देख, 4 बारी देख, ठीक है? हो गया. कुछ तो दिमाग में जाएगा. I hope everybody can understand Hindi. Okay, कुछ तो दिमाग में जाएगा, उतना हो गया. 50% नंबर आपके आ जाने चाहिए, because you are all intelligent people. इंटेलिजेंट नहीं होते, हार्ड वर्किंग नहीं होते, तो एसपीए में तो आते नहीं. उसके बाद थोड़ा मन में और क्यूरियोसिटी हो जाएगा, कोई फैकल्टी आपको चस्का डाल देगा, दिस सब्जेक्ट इज वेरी गुड, 60-70% अपने आप हो जाए. बस इतना ही काम है, और क्या काम है यहाँ पे? दैट इज ऑल व्हाट वी हैव टू डू. ओके, सो इफ यू follow this simple mantra, this is an excellent place to
be. I can tell you this is a very nice place. We just make sure that this mantra is followed. After that, there is no problem. Is there any other problem, seniors? That is all. But we'll make sure that the life is difficult once in a while. Okay, that's about all that I wanted to say. I sit in the other building, which is called the planning building, and you can always reach out to me. Generally, everybody knows my cell phone number, and anytime, any problem, apart from your academic teaching, etc., you can just reach out to me, and I'll be very happy to help you out. Certain things we do, something we cannot do, but make sure you don't have to be worried about, and have an excellent time in the School of Planning and Architecture. I am just on the other side. You'll keep seeing me roaming around here, and always welcome to share whatever you want to tell me. Any help, any problem, you're most welcome. Thank you very much. All the very best.
Thank you, sir, for those encouraging, enlightening words and sharing the mantra. Sir has already emphasized how students have the responsibility for their own learning and self-reliance. But the students that are present here, or that means all of you, also have the power to seek support, build networks, and advocate for change, transforming the institution into a better version of itself. And SPA New Delhi thrives on its students' diversity. You all here represent the length and breadth of the country. Students are not just passive recipients of education, but active partners who shape the culture at SPA and contribute to its vibrant community through their engagement and academics, extracurriculars, and peer interactions. Continuing with this idea, I now request Dean Student Affairs, Professor Dr. Mayank Mathur, to briefly present the various support programs that the school runs to ensure a healthy learning environment and offer support to its students. Sir will also be is also the acting registrar, so he will be very briefly introducing the administrative structure of the school. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the School of Planning and Architecture, New Delhi. And a big congratulations for success in getting admission here. SPA New Delhi has maintained its uniqueness in the world, having a variety of master's programs and a different scale, we work. You are going to be planner, you are going to be designer. After passing out, you have 10 master's departments, which are dealing from a product design to a regional scale. Okay, so there are a whole lot of variety of master's programs that are there, and you are the first person to get admission into, you have the first opportunity to get admissions into those master's programs. And many of our undergraduate pass outs, they get into these programs. And of course, we also have PhD program, so one could continue doing PhD also here. And large number of PhD pass outs from School of Planning and Architecture, New Delhi. HOD planning has already told you that we have B planning, which is 4 years program, and integrated B planning, M planning program. So there is a possibility of getting admission within this bachelor's to get into M planning, and this is 5 years program. So one is able to complete the master's within 5 years. So the quality of education and your efforts to learn have produced some of the best alumni in the world. Although SPA faces constraints of space that you must be seeing, because earlier the number of students who used to get enrolled were lesser in number,
and every year, there is some or the other increase in number is happening. So having that old structure with new number of students is making a little bit, but efforts are on. As she has mentioned, I'm registered, but I'm Dean PND also today. Dean PND is out of station for tour program with the 4th year B planning student. So Dean PND together with the director making all the efforts to increase this spatial aspect of increasing the spaces some way or the other, so that people are getting accommodated in. As student affairs, apart from academics, which has been mentioned by so many speakers about the curriculum and everything, I would like to mention that there are several cultural societies, and the details of this will be shared by one who is sitting here, the President Council of Students Council. So we have headquarters of NASA, that was mentioned by HOD Architecture, and headquarters of NOS Plan also. Is New Delhi, SPA Delhi is headquarters for NOS Plan, which is National Organization of Students of Planning. And let me share with you that our students had performed so well that for the third time, consecutively for the third time, that means they got the hat trick of, getting the trophy of NOS Plan. That means getting the first prize in NOS Plan. Yeah, so a couple of things that I have to tell about. Can you come to the slide which is mentioning about this? Anyway, oh yeah. I think so. This is something really very important. Although there are committees related to these, and if they remain dormant, I mean, they are not active, is better, because these are certain things which are, one has to take care. We have zero tolerance for ragging. Ragging is viewed very seriously. SPA is to be maintained as a completely ragging-free campus. UGC regulations on curbing the menace of ragging in higher educational institutions 2016 are to be followed strictly in letter and spirit. So there are acts, there are regulations, there are guidelines of the government, and that has to be taken care of. We can't go into the details. One should go and read all those which are very important. Students are advised to refrain from ragging in any form. Those students who indulge in ragging shall be punished as per rules. So we have anti-ragging squad. Since we have 3 campuses, this is architecture, planning, and the Maharani Bagh, which is residential complex and hostel. So there are 3 chairpersons. Professor Dr. Prafulla Parlevar is chairman, planning block and ITO hostel. Professor Dr. B.K. Singh is chairperson for architecture block. Professor Dr. Chitra Rekha Kabre is chairperson for the MB hostel. Now, together with that, we have in this particular committee, Assistant Professor Manu Mahajan, who is estate officer. So he will take care of, related to hostel and residential complex. If there are petty repairs or anything like that, that is taken care by a state officer. And Professor Parag Anand Meshram, a very important person. He is the honorary hostel warden, and he could not come here because he's still very busy in the hostel office. Then we have sexual harassment cell, and sexual harassment is an offense. Again, I would request to go through what are what the guideline says about it. For this, there is a committee, and the chairperson is Professor Dr. Bandana Jha. Then we have grievance redressal committee. I am the chairperson for them. And then there are PG student advisor, UG student advisor, student representatives, and honorary postal warden. And we have student advisors. So for going to nose plan for various activities of students, there are 2 student advisors, Professor Dr. Associate Professor Dr. Shubhajit Sarkar, and Professor Piyush Singh, Assistant Professor Piyush Singh. And then we have sports officer, which is Bharti Vapp. She was here some time back. See here, who takes care of your, various sports-related activities. So we have Athelos, and then our students also go to various participation sports with other institutions. And then we have the medical facilities, and of course, something very important, that coming here, there are sometimes, due to various reasons, there is stress that gets developed in the students or anybody for that matter. But we have a counselor, and her name is Tanvi Bhatnagar. So one can confidentially contact her for any such kind of problems, and of course related to any health-related issues. We have Dr. Poonam Rathi and Dr. A.K. Satsangi. So these are a couple of facilities that we have, of course, related to administration, and faculty director has already introduced you to. We have purchase and maintenance section. Yeah. So establishment, accounts and budget, and one person who is not here is Assistant Registrar Establishment, is Girish Kumar. So these are related to our administration. And finally, feel elated that you are at the right place, and it is in your hands that with all vigor and motivation, maintain the dignity of this institute and take it to greater heights. So do well, be a good human being. It requires due moral boosting from the parents also. So credit also goes to parent when you perform your best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, as sir said, it's a long journey, and it can be quite stressful. We all go through stress, but the last section brought out the things that are the people who are available to help, and the kind of help you may need, and whom to contact when, right? So this brings us to the close, almost the close of today's orientation program. I would now like to invite the President of the Student Council, Chinmay Sawant, to talk about the student activities and how the student representative and the Student Council is trying to add to and contribute to the student life at SPA New Delhi.
Good afternoon to our respected Director, Deans, HODs, faculty members, parents, and most importantly, the new members of our SPA Delhi family. On behalf of the Student Council and all the seniors, I extend a very warm welcome to you. I shall begin by introducing the Student Council. I am Chinmay Sawant, the General President. We have Yash Pahari, the General Secretary, Anushka Tater, our Editor, Kushagra Srivastav, the UG President, Aryan Lohar, the UG Secretary, Arishmita Das, our Cultural Secretary, and Magan Singla, our Sports Secretary. The Hostel Management Committee includes Anvita Nandan Prasad, the General HMC, Bhavya Prakash Singh, UG Boys HMC, Sneha Gupta, UG Girls HMC, and Shubhra Jyoti Sarkar, the HMC Coordinator. Some of them are on educational tours, but you will see them around campus soon. You will find a card in your kit with all our contacts. Please feel free to reach out to us. Today truly marks a new beginning in your life. For many of you, Delhi is a new city, and the hostel has just become your second home. I can assure you, this city, with all its chaos and energy, becomes a part of who you are. At SPA Delhi, you're not just entering a college, you're entering a community of architects, planners, and designers who will constantly challenge, inspire, and support you. Beyond academics, our campus is rich with student-driven activities. We take pride in our cultural and sports events, Utopia, our annual cultural festival, and our Claws, our sports day, which bring together creativity, competition, and camaraderie. We also organize Mini Utopia and Mini Applause, especially for you guys, which will be coming in your student activity week. Our students also regularly participate and excel in inter-college sports events across the country like Inter-SPA and M90. SPA Delhi is also a part of IIA through its student center bridging academics and profession to harbor networking for holistic architectural growth. SPA also has a strong tradition of initiatives and outreach, from Muskan, which works for underprivileged children, to Girl Up, which addresses gender-related issues, and Space Scout, a student magazine. These platforms encourage you to engage with society meaningfully. As architecture and planning students, you will be part of NASA, the National Association of Students of Architecture, and NOSPLAN, the National Organization of Students of Planning, one of the largest student platforms in the country, where SPA Delhi has a proud legacy of participation and recognition. These events allow you to interact with peers nationwide, exchange ideas, and build a sense of belonging to a larger professional community. An important part of the college are our societies that keep the campus life vibrant. Sankalp Koda for music, Prakriti, the Installation Society, FEET, which is the forum of exchange of architectural thought, Sepia, the Photography Society, Theatre and Drama brought alive by Spandan, In Motion, the Filmmaking Society, our Dance Society Mudra, Strokes, the Society for Art, Zephyr, our Fashion Society, Cyber Society for Gamers, and Spokes, the Cycling Society. We have a number of sports to participate, like athletics, badminton, basketball, carom, chess, cricket, football, kabaddi, kho-kho, pool, table tennis, volleyball, dodgeball, lawn tennis, and yoga. There is truly a space for every interest and passion. We will soon be having orientations for all these societies and sports in the coming days. Speaking from my own experience, SPA can feel overwhelming at first. But what I've learned is that this place gives you not just academic knowledge, but also resilience and creativity to look at the world differently. It's not just about buildings and plans, it's about shaping lives, cities, and futures. As your seniors, whether you have questions about academics, navigating the city, hostel life, we are here to guide you. This institution has a legacy of excellence, and what makes it special is the people, you, who bring in their unique backgrounds, cultures, and perspectives to make SPA Delhi the vibrant campus that it is. So to you guys, welcome to this journey. Work hard, stay curious, and grow into thoughtful individuals ready to shape the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Chinmay. I hope you're all excited that your journey doesn't not only entail studying that we've been talking about for the last for the longest time, but there are other things that add to the vibrant life community student life here, and you know who which are the people, you know the faces that you need to contact depending on your own interest. One very important thing is the conduct of the examination. Now I will invite Dean Academic, Professor Dr. Meenakshi Dhlote, to very briefly outline and share with you the examination rules.
While we encourage your extracurricular activities and the academic activities should continue without any halt. Therefore, there are certain rules and regulations that the students are supposed to know, and you should visit the website to see the rules, which are Ordinance 1. And we follow a semester system of examination at the end of each semester, and there are certain issues relating to time bar. First year you have to complete in 2 years, and so on and so forth. There are certain upper limits of the number of years in which you can complete a session. Please visit and understand these rules and regulations, because sometimes for various reasons you may be ill or something, you may have to attempt a subject more than once. Therefore, you will have to also be aware of the fact that how many times you can carry over a subject. It should not be such that you would be thinking, I have many carryovers, and you end up with a time bar. And let me tell you, the issues of time bar and attendance are something on which we do not have discriminatory power. So the rules have to be followed. So in order to follow, you have to understand what they are. If you have any confusion, you must talk to us, talk to your studio director, talk to your head of the department. We clarify it, and please do it in the beginning of the semester. Don't come to us at the last moment where nothing is in our hands, even if we sympathize with you and your condition. In the mid-semester, we have a 16-week semester system. After 8 weeks, you will be informed about your performance. If anybody is falling short in terms of marks or in terms of attendance, they will be informed not only verbally, but a written document will reach your parents. So kindly see to it that your addresses are correct, and we are able to communicate to everybody in clarity. Minimum attendance is 75%. Of course, there are certain clauses under that, but please, since the time is short, please be aware that this is something which, as a faculty, beyond a certain limit, we cannot. There is provision of 0 years. If there is some major setback or some major accident, or somebody near and dear has fallen ill, or you have fallen ill, we have a system of 0 year, in which you can miss a semester, but it will be not counted towards your time bar. So any confusion, you can come. There are details available, but please be alert right from day one and subsequently also, so that you can participate in everything and yet not get into a problem. So wishing you all the best and welcome again.
Okay, so what has told you is very simple. 75% attendance होना, agreed? ठीक है? 25% नहीं आना, ये नहीं है, ठीक है? 75 आना, 25 भी आना. जब 25 भी आना, then 75% is okay. ठीक है? But if it is less than that, it is not possible for the faculty or anybody to help you. Medical problems are included in 25. 25 में ही medical होगा, ठीक है? तो ये 25 is for such problems, ठीक है? Senior, that's how it is. Agreed? See, they agree with us. Okay? So, ये हो गया. Then, every subject you have to pass. करना ना? So every subject you have to pass. तो पास होने के लिए कितना मार्क्स चाहिए? Minimum pass mark. So are you here for minimum pass mark or better than that? So if you aspire for that, तो minimum तो आ जाएगा, ठीक है ना? So if you go to the minimum, then you will have to come back next time. And in 3 years, you have to complete your backlog. Then only you could go to 4. So all that mumbo jumbo of rules somebody will keep explaining to you. But the fundamental is in your attendance, maintain your assignments and your subjects. Minimum marks will happen. Okay? Attendance, nothing is in our own hand. It is done and over. Okay? Then don't try to, kind of play around. Be careful with your own self. That's all. That's all. I think you're all, and they will tell you if there is any problem and how to cry, oh, I was late and all that. Seniors, you will tell them that you have to do this. Okay, take their help. The rules are very simple, but you have to make sure that you just follow them. Okay? Don't get scared, but you just follow the rules. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. So, while ignorance is considered to be bliss, it is not bliss in this case. So please, it is requested that you read examination rules. It's all available on the website. Clear very, very clearly at this instances, including parents. It is good to know the examination structure and the rules within which you are working. Before we bring to close this orientation program, we would now like to hear from you guys what your experiences have been and what do you look forward by being here. So if some of you would like to share what you're experiencing right now, you've been hearing a lot from us. Now it's time to hear from you guys as to where, what has brought you here, what your expectations are, what you've gathered from what we have told you what SPA New Delhi is all about. So anybody would like to speak? I will just turn around. Anybody, any parents or any student?
Yeah, definitely. Can I come to the stage? Or should I speak from this place? Okay. Respected, I'll say my gurus, because my daughter, she is with you. I'm also a professor. I'm also a teacher of mathematics from the last 35 years and training the student for IIT JEE Main Advanced and Vedic math expert in this area since 1992. More than 80 workshops in my belt. And after doing my PhD, and I was guiding the student for JEE Main 1, JEE Main 2 and NDA examination. I was also guiding my daughter, my wife, she is also there, she is chemistry head of the department. And you see what a dramatic change is there, I'll tell you. Right from the beginning, I was talking about computer engineering, artificial, sir, director sir, आपने जबरदस्त बात की, मैं आपकी बात के साथ correlate कर रहा हूँ. So I was saying that you go for computer engineering, you go for artificial intelligence, machine learning. This is the time of that. This is the time of this and that. You see, God has created something different. She has qualified JEE Main 2. Kehti, Papa, my son is also, he is sitting here, he is graduated from Netaji Subhash College, NSCUT. Kehta, Papa, isko B planning kara do. Even I have not heard about that, B plan. मैं कहा बेटे BR इसको तो आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस में जाना है। कहता नहीं पापा, आप उसको इस लाइन में लेके आओ। चलो ठीक है, ओके। डॉक्टर साहब आप बिलीव नहीं करेंगे, फर्स्ट टाइम शी स्कोर्ड 96 पॉइंट समथिंग परसेंटाइल। सेकेंड टाइम ही हैज प्रिपेयर्ड मैथमेटिक्स, तो जेई मेन 1 में प्रिपेयर किया हुआ था, एंड ही हैज प्रिपेयर्ड एंड आफ्टर दैट ही हैज क्वालिफाइड दिस एंड ड्रीम कॉलेज। दिस इज आवर ड्रीम कॉलेज कि स्कूल ऑफ प्लानिंग एंड आर्किटेक्चर न्यू दिल्ली में मैंने जाना है। अब आप ये देखिए कि ड्रीम कैसे डाइवर्ट हो गया। एंड विल यू बिलीव एनडीए इसने क्वालिफाई किया, ये वो इंटरव्यू नहीं देनी गई। निफ्ट का 91 CRL रैंक आया और इसको बॉम्बे मिल जाता, निफ्ट बॉम्बे, ये उधर नहीं गए। इसके मन में ये बात आ गई कि मैंने प्लानिंग करनी है, और बिलीव मी, बीइंग एज मैथमेटिक्स टीचर फ्रॉम द 35 years and guiding the student all over India for the competitive examination, at last we have reached to the same line as sir was saying. Sir, salute to you. Sir was saying math, physics, बहुत कुछ हो गया है ना सर। अब तो उसका जिस चीज में इंटरेस्ट डेवलप होगा, सर यही बात मैंने कही जो आपने मेरी बात पकड़ के सेम सर वही शेयर की। मैं आपको सलूट इसलिए कर रहा हूं, वाकई में वो नई लाइफ मेरे को आज फील हुई सर। तो जबकि मैं सिंस 1992 इस प्रोफेशन के लिए लाइक बच्चों को ट्रेनिंग दे रहा हूं, और सबसे पहले मेरा सबको बहुत बहुत थैंक यू वेरी मच। बेटी के टीचर हैं और इतनी जबरदस्त ये जो अटेंड किया हमने, आई होप सर ये मेरी बेटी भी इस फील्ड में आपको बहुत एक्सेल करके दिखाएगी। थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू।
Sure. Anybody else? There's one at the back, Arishmita, at the end.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected faculty members, HODs. I messed up the order here. Sorry for that. But here I am. My name is Shekhar Kothari, and I am a little bit shivering, a little bit because of nervousness, getting into this prestigious institution, and apart from that, a little bit of AC, which is quite the reason here. As the parent mentioned, that we were preparing physics, maths, and chemistry, and all of the technical subjects. I found my passion a kind of thing like that. I have a thing for art as well. Like I performed quite well throughout my academics, and my parents and all the people who knew me did not realize that I had a thing for art. But during the preparation, when I filled the form for JEE Mains, I came to know about JEE Mains Paper 2, Paper 2A and Paper 2B, which also lets you become architect instead of going for BTech options. And then I realized that I can pursue architecture, and just for the sake of fun, I gave, in the first attempt, I appeared in the BARC exam, and luckily I got some good rank, and that gave me motivation to prepare for architecture in the second attempt, and I got a good enough of a rank to get qualified into SPA Delhi. And then comes a bit of challenging path, that where the world, the nation or the parents think that the computer science or BTech degrees are more secure options, and architecture is not considered to be one of those mainstreams. I stood against my academics, like I have performed, that I will do architecture, so be it, whatever it is. And I convinced them. And thanks to everybody who has made this institution so great, that फिर जिसके पास भी recommendation लेने गए, they said SPA Delhi is one of the best choices you can make for your kid if he has got this art or thing. Thank you guys. I'll not take much time.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing how your conviction has brought you here. We will take one more. Yeah. The little. Ooh.
Hello everyone, my name is Jivika Maniramka. I've come here to drop my sister. She has been wanting to do architecture for a very long time and that is her dream. I wish her good luck and I hope you all take good care of her.
We will definitely take care of your sister. No, don't worry.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Daksh Shukla. I am from Muradabad, UP. Since I was 5, it was my dream to serve in the Indian military. But once I turned 8, I suffered from an accident due to which I became partially disabled, and I wasn't able to then fulfill my dream of serving in the military. But after that, I gave the second exam for the BIAS, for the JEE mains, and I got my rank 23 in my category, which was General PWD, and I'm extremely happy that because it doesn't require any physical test for the post of architect in the military, and this degree and this institution would help me to achieve my dream. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
We welcome you, Daksh, and the perseverance is needed to continue. There's one at the back there.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sanskriti Patil from Pune, Maharashtra. I feel privileged and great standing in an institution of national importance for architecture. I'll tell you, ma'am, I feel so overwhelmed right now that the passion for pursuing architecture came from a journey where I was coming from Delhi to Chennai. There was a girl sitting next to me. She had those structures and shapes with her. I had a conversation with her. How is the field and how is this all working? I was, I guess, 17 years going to Chennai for a shoot, and there I thought that okay, I want to pursue architecture. For taking these works to 2 years after, I prepared for JEE paper 1, qualified JEE paper 1, and then I realized, where am I lacking? Do I want to pursue BTech? But then I realized there is something inside me where I want to pursue architecture. Then I chose the path to study for it and then qualified and came here. The most misery thing was that I did not qualify the criteria of 35%, and I came from HSC board. I cleared that and I came here, and by the universe, I got the opportunity and I'm standing here. This all, I thank the universe, I thank the institution, and I thank myself for bringing me here. Thank you, everyone, and welcome.
Thank you. It's quite interesting to hear how architecture or planning has found you guys, and we are here to help you fulfill your dreams and support. And this kind of perseverance and passion is very much needed for us as faculty members. There's one in that corner. Okay.
गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीवन. अभी तो थोड़ा नर्वस फील हो रहा है, लेकिन इतनी इंग्लिश तो आती नहीं है, ठीक है, तो अभी 5 साल में सीख लूंगा. ऐसे फ्रेंड्स और उसके बाद सीनियर्स तो बहुत ही अच्छे मिले. मतलब थोड़ा कॉलेज से पहले ज्वाइन हुए थे, तो उन लोगों ने हमें बहुत अच्छे से गाइड किया. तो हमें थोड़ा सा तो भी आइडिया था कि कॉलेज में जाके क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा। तो अभी तो बहुत सारा कुछ सीखना है। तो एसपीए दिल्ली में आने के बाद जो एक्सपेक्टेशंस है घर वालों के, उसके बाद एक्चुअली हमारा जो रिलीजन है महाराष्ट्र में, तो उधर इतना हाइप नहीं है आर्किटेक्चर का जो वाशिम डिस्ट्रिक्ट है। तो एक्चुअली आई एम शेकिंग राइट नाउ। तो उधर ऐसा है कि आर्किटेक्चर पता ही नहीं है, जो भी करेगा नीट या फिर जेई करेगा, बीटेक वाली। तो मैं ऐसा था कि पहले 6 महीने नीट के लिए प्रिपेयर किया, बाद में एक पॉइंट पे हिट हुआ कि भाई नहीं, सेटिस्फेक्शन नहीं मिल रहा है। फिर बाद में आर्ट्स अच्छा था तो फिर इधर आ गया, तो फिर अच्छा स्कोर किया। फिर पेरेंट्स का तो सपोर्ट था, रिलेटिव्स बोल रहे थे वो काम अपने नहीं है, मिस्त्री के काम करेगा क्या, ये भी सुना हूं मैं। तो पेरेंट्स जो है उनका सपोर्ट था तो आ गया। अभी तो अच्छा करना है, तो थैंक यू और आई विल गिव माय बेस्ट।
आपको जान के खुशी होगी कि महाराष्ट्र से हमारे यहाँ बहुत बच्चे हैं, 3rd ईयर में बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं जो, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि वहाँ से बच्चे नहीं आते हैं। महाराष्ट्र से यहाँ पे हमारे यहाँ बहुत बच्चे हैं, हमारे स्टूडेंट काउंसिल में भी वहाँ से कुछ लोग हैं। There's one that side.
Good afternoon, everyone. To all the dignitaries on the dais, all the faculties, HODs, all the parents, and my beloved fellow students. I'm Viraj Rajesh Sathe from Sangli, Maharashtra, here for the BRs program. I have an architecture background. My dad is an architect from the JJ School of Architecture, a very old, prestigious architecture college. I was asked to go there too, but my dad, if he's watching, I guess this was his dream as well. I was a child, they asked me to draw. The first thing I draw was a building, 2 buildings connected by a bridge. My dad's very happy. Everyone in the house was happy कि चलो एक बंदा और एक आर्किटेक्चर बनने वाला है, तो मैं अपनी कुछ आगे हो जाएगा. But it was a dream, my dream as well. 10th तक ड्रीम था मेरा ये. Then वहाँ पे आ गया फिर बीटेक का बुखार. The academies होते हैं वो घर वाले आ गए, मतलब घर पे आ गए सब. The child is very bright, get him into IITs, get a BTech. I was like, okay, मेरा आर्किटेक्चर मेरा बचपन से ड्रीम था. इंजीनियरिंग कभी सोचा ही नहीं था, मजदूर बोलते हैं उन्हें. सर 4 में से 5 लड़के इंजीनियर है यहाँ पे. मुझे करना था एरोस्पेस इंजीनियरिंग. आई वाज इंटरेस्टेड, तो 2 साल ट्राई किया, बहुत किया. जेई एडवांस भी क्रैक किया, 4 डिजिट रैंक आई जेई एडवांस में, पर एरोस्पेस जितनी नहीं थी वो मिल नहीं पाता. बट मेरे पापा का सपना था, मैंने उनको देखा था कि वो हर्ट हो रहे थे. मुझे पता था कि मैं आर्किटेक्चर नहीं कर रहा हूँ, वो दिखाते नहीं है पर मुझे दिख रहा था. तो मैं फॉर्म भर दिया इसका. और वो एक प्रोफेसर भी है आर्किटेक्चर कॉलेज पे, हमारे लोकल कॉलेज में. एक 30 साल हो गए उन्हें पढ़ाते हुए. So I asked him out if he could teach me just half an hour, not much time. He taught me for half an hour. He told me these things are quite important. These things could come into the exam. For that, मैं पढ़ा था जनवरी में पढ़ा था ये सब. That time I scored 97 percentile first time. My drawing was poor, not gonna lie. My drawing is really poor for the facial and all. My dad taught me the perspectives when I was in 1st standard. So I've been drawing the perspectives, buildings from 1st standard. So it was good. But first paper था, उसमें आ गया वो कथकली वाला फेस था, I guess. वो सब तो नहीं आता मेरे को भाई. फेशियल फीचर, हाथ कान निकालो, वो नहीं आता. सेकेंड इसमें आ गया इंडिया गेट. इंडिया गेट की वजह से न्यू दिल्ली आ गया मैं. पर्सपेक्टिव था वो निकाल दिया, बहुत अच्छा लगा. मैं आज खड़ा हूँ यहाँ पे एसपीए दिल्ली में. मेरे साथ मेरे पापा खुश है, मेरी मम्मी खुश है. मेरे घर पे बहुत कम, मतलब न्यूक्लियर फैमिली है हमारी, 4 लोगों की. घर पे बहुत खुश थे सब. पहले डाउट था दिल्ली जाओगे. हमारे यहाँ पे भी आर्किटेक्चर का इतना ये नहीं है, अवेयरनेस नहीं है. मैं भी सोचा था कि आप कहाँ अपना खुद का एम्पायर बनाएंगे, कब आर्किटेक्ट बनेंगे, कब सेटल होंगे. फिर मेरे पापा मैं IIT बॉम्बे घूमने गया था मोटिवेशन लेने, यहाँ आके फोटो निकालूंगा अगले साल. फिर मैं गया वहाँ पे, I met a few of his friends from his batch. तो उन्होंने भेज दी पोर्शे लेने को मुझे, तो मैं बोला आर्किटेक्ट्स के पास पोर्शे होती है, हो सकती है, और आई एम पर्सनली वेरी कार एंथुसियास्ट. तो मैं गया वहाँ पे 1 लाख स्क्वायर फुट का ऑफिस था वो मुंबई में. वो he had something like 60 lakhs का EMI था उसका एरिया के लिए. I was like crazy man, 1 lakh square feet ऑफिस खुद का. और फिर वो मुझे मिले, उन्हें बताया मुझे क्या फर्क होगा अगर मैं बीटेक करूंगा और एक बी आर्च करूंगा. बी आर्च में आपको एक फ्रीडम मिलेगा. मुझे पर्सनली मैट्रिक से निकालना था बहुत पहले से, 9 to 5 में मेरे को बिल्कुल इंटरेस्ट नहीं था, तो वो सब कर लिया, वो देख लिया. There are people, there are architects who don't travel to the sites if there are no helipads. इतना बड़ा ये प्रोफेशन बन सकता है, बहुत नोबल प्रोफेशन है. ये सब देख के मुझे बहुत ये हुआ, फिर मैंने डिसाइड किया कि करेंगे. अब ये ग्लेज है, ग्लैम है, कर लेंगे, कुछ ना कुछ तो हो जाएगा. So that brought me here. Thank you very much for listening, man.
Thank you. We'll take 2 more and then we'll conclude, because the next 5 years is a journey where we continue this discussion, and we and faculty and teachers and students kind of grow with each other, and we exchange how ideas evolve over time. Right.
A very good evening, honorable faculty members, director sir and dean ma'am, and respected faculty. As everyone said very beautifully, their experiences, their journeys, SPA is for sure the most reputed college of India for architecture and planners. Like, I feel everybody is now chasing ki computer science ho, like it's a rat race. Everybody said about that. एक नया मंजिल हमें मिला है, उस नई मंजिल की उड़ान भी तो इतनी खूबसूरत होनी चाहिए. And it's also very rightly said, one good book, one good teacher, one good pen can change the whole world. So आप सब and like you all faculty members are such a good, and you are always there to help us. I feel कि NDA हो जाए, JEE Mains हो जाए, IIT हो जाए, but we should consider it कि ये भी तो हमारे लिए IIT बॉम्बे जैसा है architects and planners के लिए. And SPA for sure provides a lot of exposure, and you can also take government jobs. You can also be town planners and very good architectures, and you can even, there are a lot of fields to explore from here, and for sure they will provide you a good exposure to this. Everybody has a good story to address, and सबकी एक शुरुआत आप सबसे होने लगी है. उनको उड़ने के पंख आप लोगों ने देने हैं. So I am really very thankful to you that I am here and I am a part of this SPA Delhi family. Thank you so much, teacher Vangi. Thank you.
Thank you, and we welcome you to the SPA family. We'll take the last one there.
Hello everyone. Just wanted to say thank you for this wonderful orientation session. It's a prestigious institution. I'm very happy my niece will be joining you. And I'm here from Edinburgh. I've just come down for this ceremony, and I'm really hoping she enjoys her course. And she's anyways going to bug me after this for embarrassing her in front of everyone. Hoorah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, thank you all. This brings us to the close of this orientation program today. I am excited to welcome all of you once again to the new academic session, and the SPA Delhi looks forward to working with you to achieve your full potential. Remember that education is a journey, not a destination, and that with hard work, perseverance, and positive attitude, you can achieve anything you set your mind on. On behalf of the school, I now invite you all for some refreshments. outside the auditorium. Sorry, my bad. I request the choir for the national anthem. Apologies for missing that out.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे